Hello everybody and welcome to part 22 of my Lizardman Let's Play, Lizardmen even. As you can see, I have been expanding nicely into both these continents. I'm nice and secure over in the Southlands, I do believe. Up in the deserts, however, I do need to still deal with the vampires at some point, though I'm going to try and leave that for as long as I can. And we are currently at war in Lustria. If you remember from the end of last time, we just had a big battle with my Slan, taking the mortuary of Tazuluak. I can't pronounce that. Other name I can't pronounce. And we are sieging Oyxl. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly wrong, with Kroq-Gar, who is about to have his siege equipment ready. Again, this is going to be quite a fun fight because they have quite a big army here, including a plague priest, a warlock engineer, a wizard of some sort, and another wizard, Rat Surge. Ooh, I think I have Rat Surge in my Skaven campaign. So if he's the same, he'll be of Ruin, one of Ruin. So he'd be a Grey Seer though, and that's does it tell me if they're Grey Seers or does it just call them wizards here? Anyway, let's continue that siege for now until I've got my siege equipment. And let's see who needs levelling up. So you need a move order. Oh, you are rushing over to Bel Alid because I want to get this place under my control, because that'll give me the whole region, which means I can do more to help deal with that corruption. I can level up this city. I do want to up my geomantic because that increases my income as well. Now I am actually quite tempted to drop. Let's have a look. We've got Dawn's Light, Scraghole. I'm tempted to drop one of those things simply because I can also get something which will buff my economy, though it's working out what to drop. Although for now I'm going to leave that, as I'm also skint. Ooh, I can get more units to that army. I need to do that then. Right, we're not doing this just yet. Okay, where is my guy at sea? Because I definitely haven't moved you. Right, let's capture that one, which will give me some more monies, hopefully, to spend. Come on, 10k. We'll go for battle, actually. So Arabian Arms, which gives me heavy armor, so more heavy iron, so more armor, and more damage. So it's not the best one in the world, but it's by no means bad, and it will be helpful. All that extra damage will help me killing some Skaven, and that gives me more cash to spend. Here is leveling up everything nicely. Anything else I can get here which will increase my income? No, that place is good. We do need to deal with those vampires at some point, because the corruption is spreading by osmosis into my lands now. So once I've dealt with this, done this ritual, I will probably push quite heavily into their territory. Right, and let's end turn. Next turn I'm going to start buffing up that army again, and then I'm going to work out where this ritual is going to happen and try and get my armies into position. Hopefully my territories are a lot more defended now, because all of my cities are walled, and as you have seen before, Lizardmen, especially Saurus warriors, are very good in defensive situations. Oh, we have some orcs over here amongst the elves there, that elf faction. And Mazamundi is once again on the warpath, pushing straight through to Nagarond. Now, it's daft. These guys are all busy fighting. I actually really wish some people would be hitting Ulfwan. I really can't see much of Ulfwan at the moment, and they have been at war with me since the start of the game, pretty much, when I dropped an intervention army on them. Now, we've been at war. We've never actually really had much interaction. We've not fought each other at all, though they did drag one of their allies in against me, which I've had a few little fights with, but nothing too bad, too major. But that is why I haven't actually taken all of Southlands. I've left these dwarfs here to give me a nice buffer, and I've tried to avoid going right up to the coast of the Southlands. Also, I don't like fighting elves as Lizardmen, because they've got a very different, very ranged playstyle. At some point I'm going to start doing a Tyrion or a Teclis campaign for you guys, so as well. Probably once I've completed this one, I'm either going to start a Dark Elf or a High Elf campaign to run alongside my Skaven campaign, and I'll pick up my Skaven campaign a bit more as well. I'm going to be doing some more of that today, but I don't know if I'll get those uploaded today for you. Oh, the orcs seem to be attacking the vampires, which is always useful. But I do want to push and stomp on those vampires relatively soon. They have started this ritual. Right. That's okay. It's fine. I've actually really buffed my income here, so I'm quite happy about that. Let's get this army finished off then. I do want some spears in this army, and that will be enough for now. Tommen has leveled up again, so we have been taking the training. So anything else useful for my army? Not really. So, oh, Honoured Elder. Why have I not taken Honoured Elder yet? So +1 public order all provinces. That's very useful, and a better ward save. Oh, and Ratok has also leveled up. I think I've got. Oh, have I really not buffed that spell yet? It's just a nice little buff for my guys. So let's grab that, and let's start this battle. This is the battle for Oyxl. Let's do a quick save. Slightly in my favour, however, this is going to be a hard-fought battle. Obviously, I've got my Temple Guards, who are quite low level comparatively. They don't have quite as good an attack as my leveled up. Hang on, I can't pin this here. Their weapon strength is also worse, however it is armor piercing, which isn't so useful against Skaven because most of these guys aren't really particularly armoured, so actually they are probably better off against other factions, but we'll see how they do. They don't quite have the I don't feel they've got quite as much staying power from my previous things. While they've got really good leadership, as do the others, they don't have the primal instinct. So this thing, which makes them enraged, rampage, means I've got a lot more control over them. But however, they are. Oh, they have perfect vigor. I hadn't realised that. Oh, that's because they're the blessed version. However, they're not so good at staying, if you see what I mean. So, but they're still all really good, so I'm not complaining. Are they actually Saurus? Let's go have a look into them, because I don't know if they're actually Sauruses or not. I assume they're Sauruses, as generally all of my best troops are Sauruses. I've been trying to avoid skinks this entire game as much as I can. You know, skinks tend to be my ranged, but Sauruses tend to be my my big, heavy-hitting troops. So while the skinks are more manoeuvrable, a bit faster, they also break a lot more easier, whereas obviously your Sauruses are big, tougher. They're not large units, but they are, yeah, they're not large, but they are generally a bit tougher. They've got more leadership, they just do more damage and have more defense as well. And they've also got scaly skin, I believe, which gives them a bit more arrow resistance. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're definitely Sauruses. Just Sauruses with a bit more armour. Right. I'm actually going to change this slightly, because I will keep these guys on my gate to push through the gate. However, the towers are going to get some of my blessed Sauruses on them instead. Right, these guys are going to be part of my gate force, so I might send them up behind the others. Actually, I will probably need to send them up as well. Up the ladders as well. I've got a lot of dinosaurs to go through the gates, so actually I don't need to worry so much about that. My Kroq-Gar will probably be my first thing through the gate, as well as, well, obviously my my guys on Carnosaurs, followed by my actual Carnosaurs. And Ratok here on his blessed Stegodon. So he has quite a lot of range there with these guys who seem to have... What are they? They have actual guns on that. That's quite cool. And little spear throwers. So it doesn't have much range, but you can see it actually does quite a lot of missile damage, ranged damage, even though it's got less range. So I actually want him forward as well, so he can start casting spells. And these guys can just move forward early on to take a bit of flak. Got good magic here, so let's start. So let's start moving all of my guys up into position. These guys can come down to one side. I generally try to not get them in the way of these units, so actually I'm going to pull these guys to the side a little bit. Here comes the Warp Lightning. Thankfully didn't do too much damage. Ooh, maybe I don't want to bring him back a little bit. Actually, let's drop a Vortex. Let's drop a Vortex. No, I don't quite have a range to do that yet. I don't want him getting too hit early. And as you can see, we're already starting to take hits here. Where is that battering ram? He is taking his time getting in. Okay, here we go. This is one of the annoying things. I said I've probably got him a little... I'll try and clear his route a little bit. I probably could have actually done without the battering rams. Let's move you guys. Get moving. Get out of the way of that. Oh, it was there. Pull these guys back a little. Come on, get that ram up, guys. I don't want to be sitting out here for too long. Right, let's start getting my guys up. I'm actually going to start throwing some of these guys up the walls on ladders as well, just to start really flooding those walls with troops. Where are you going? Oh, he's on there. Let's just not stop trying to move them out of the way then. Let's move forward and get a nice oh, I'm gonna get a nice big vortex in here. Okay, these guys are nearly there. I'm pushing up onto the walls here with all of my guys. They are doing their jobs. Let's start moving these guys back up again. Let's get my Kroq-Gars forwards. Come on, get onto that damn gate. Okay, these guys ready. Let's pop out a wind spell behind here. This... Oop. That was a misfire. And let's pop your buff. And let's pop a heal on these guys as well. Let's start supporting that flank a bit. We are now on the gatehouse. Come on, hit that damn gate. Let's chuck another vortex back down here. Let's watch this one go off. So it's not the best hit, however it's still doing... missing everything. Damn. What's this one? That increases my recharge. Let's pop that wind spell down. That's a nice hit. And the gate is down, right. This is just going to be a glorious charge to victory. Oops, used the wrong ability there. You can also start charging through Mr. Ratok. You know, that can go on. I can fire that at him. You can start chasing him straight down. Oh, I should have looked in on that spell. Obviously all of these guys, these are my big heavy hitters pushing through here. And you guys can also charge through to give them some support. We are doing nicely on the walls, so my guys are taking damage. Let's try and get another heal off on these guys, actually. Anybody else on the walls need a heal? Yeah, some of these guys do. However, we are doing nicely up here on the walls. We are clearing the way. We are pushing in nicely. Everybody's in, including Ratok, getting nice and involved. Why is my Stegodon just stood here? Let's charge you up into this pack here. Oh, and Ratok on his Stegodon really causing some damage there. Right, where is their Lord? Let's hit their Lord with this fireball. Let's whack him with that. Come on, Ratok, throw your fireball. There he goes. Nice whack on him, hopefully breaking him. These guys are fighting to the last. Why are these guys up here not breaking? Oh, they're fighting a plague priest here. So that's what their issue is. I'm going to try and send them some support. Let's keep the fight going on up here to get the gate. You guys can get down. Let's send my Carnosaur after this. Oh god, we've got some spears coming in. Let's hit them with everything here. Including my Kroq-Gars going out. Let's get that Warlock Engineer as well. Let's get you guys straight in there. 14 guys left, and they haven't broken. I'm changing my mind about these guys actually. That engineer is a pain in the butt. It's not breaking. However, these guys are now starting to really push through. Let's get somebody else in there. Let's send my Carney in here as well. Come on, Mr. Carnosaur. And one of my units of Kroq-Gars. These guys are going to get smashed. And watch these Kroq-Gars coming, guys. And these guys coming in from the side. Watch that. These guys charging in as well, jumping into the fray. I think that unit is dealt with. Let's keep pushing on with this flank, and we are pushing in here nicely. That engineer has still not broken. Let's keep pushing up. Let's get Ratok pushing up this way. And my Saurus. These guys are, and I think we have the mass break, guys. And that is the mass rout. So that was quite a nice siege. I took more damage, especially this poor unit was all on his own there, holding on for dear life. 14 guys left, but of 75. But he held. He did not break at all. And they're still trying to kill that little Warlock engineer. So yes, that was quite a good battle, guys. I did take quite a lot of losses, so they did have some good units. They had these Plague Monks are some of their higher level units. They also had some Plague Sensor Bearers, which you saw my guys jumping into right at the end, which are their higher level units, as well as quite a few Spellcasters, which were raining spells down, which I'm going to be honest, they probably did more damage to my casters than many other some of the other things. You can see here, some of these guys, that little unit, 13 guys left at the end of it, 131 kills though, so they took more than 2 for each one of them when died. And some of these guys, this unit of Blessed Saurus Warriors killed nearly 300 guys and took very little losses to these guys. And Ratok there, really showing what he can do. Now he's on on his steed. That is, he does some amazing things because I can get him in there in melee. He's always shooting with things as well. Right, I've got some Blessed Chameleon Skinks I can recruit if needs be. We've killed Rat Surge. We've killed Klesh the Contagious. And Kroq-Gar has leveled up again. Right, let me have a look. We have decided, though, I might take Chaos simply because, or I could take Skaven to help with this. I'm going to take that because that's extra leadership against Skaven for all forces, which is very beneficial. So this is a... Oh, that's good. I can get another Skink Priest. Now, I don't know what spells the Beasts ones have, actually. So let's have a look. I kind of wish it told me what they were here. Flock of Doom. I'm going to grab a Beasts. I might not keep him because I'm going to work out what he does. What spells he has, because that's the key thing to do here. So that's just an augment, which means I can cast more. That's a direct damage area spell, so that's quite good. It's another augment. Magic Missile. A curse. And an augment. You know what? I'm not actually going to keep him. This is a bit of a waste of money, but I prefer the other one because of those wind spells and those spells. I mean, their direct damage spell is good. There's a high chance the opponent will resist the damage, so... But it's strong versus multiple combatants. I just don't like that as much. It sounds daft, and it's a bit of a waste of money, so I'm sorry, Malak Gore. You are being sent home in disgrace. No. How do I kick him? I don't think I can the first time. Oh, can I not kick a hero once I've recruited it? Okay, it looks like we are keeping you then. Let's throw him some armor on. Damage resistance, fire resistance. Let's give him some damage resistance. Enchanted item. Oh good god, why do I not have that equipped on somebody? Reducing cooldown on spells, that's always useful, and okay, so that's... And he can go up and join this army. So I can kick people. Maybe they just have to be in an army already. Or I just can't do it on the first turn. Now we do have some blessed spawnings. Let's have a look at this army. I do have lots of skinks here already, so I don't necessarily want them. Now blessed spawnings are free to recruit. Obviously I do have normal upkeep costs, however. I'm not going to bother with one here just yet. Economy, economy, economy. You can sail off to after this boat here. Let's take a campaign buff this time. So minus 10 upkeep and reduces attrition. Let's keep throwing some troops into this army. I want to get this army full before I start anything. I know I'm over recruiting at the moment. Get you a couple more spears. So you've got 4 spears. You've got nice amount of range. You've got some Kroq-Gars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's drop one of these and get an extra unit of Kroq-Gars for you. I don't really have much in range cavalry, but to be fair, I don't need cavalry for these guys. These guys do work well as cavalry. Now I could get some horned ones, but they also have primal instincts, which is a very dangerous thing. That will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 standard infantry. Oh, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll do for the moment. This isn't going to be an army which is going to be being thrown into massive offences, so let's keep having a look. Let's end turn and see what the Skaven are going to do next. Oh, I forgot to move that army. I'll get them into Bel Alid next turn. Hopefully the dwarfs won't push in front of me there. Oh, the High Elves have invaded the Dark Elves here. So that is Tyrion in there, I think, fighting away, and Teclis is up there as well. So the Dark Elves are not in a good position at the moment. And there's an Orc army sitting there in Teclis' homeland as well. So hopefully he's going to be distracting him. Mazamundi is taken Vol's Andil. That's quite nice. Okay, so what's going on up here? Not much. The general machinations up there with them all moving around. Now, in this game, the Dark Elves have not formed a consolidated force, whereas in one of my other games, they all confederated with Nagron quite early on in the game, which has meant the Dark Elves have just pretty much taken that entire continent and have been massively powerful. This is my High Elf game, and I've been fending off invasions from them, large invasions from them the entire game. It also didn't help that all the northern High Elf factions fell to Nausicaan factions pretty much straight away, where they were all flattened. So Nausicaa held half Velfon, and I had a hard fight getting it back off them as well. Okay, so we've got a warband. So this is a... Why does it say Warband of Eagle when it's doing orcs? Oh! Okay, so let's get this city. get repairing that right away. So most of these guys are max level. Let's get this one up. Let's keep just level look through. So now you can see my garrisons are getting much better. This is a faction-wide buff, so let's have a look. Which one do I want to buff up more? Let's get Antok in the middle there. That was where I got whacked by Chaos Army last time. Okay, that's nicely done. Where am I sending you now? We've got one here. Next to this. Ruin! It's obviously a ruin. It's definitely not Skaven. What do you reckon, guys? Rat Spawn Sacrifice. So it gives me a +5 leadership while fighting Skaven and 2,500, which is always nice. Let's stop you moving so I make sure I can choose where you're going next time. He has leveled up. I am going to get rid of this priest, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually recruit one over in my other territory for one of these armies. Oh! I thought I could. Where do I have that blood shrine of Sotek? Over here. So I can actually recruit quite a few more at the moment. So we'll get them out into my armies, which will help buff things up. Serpent and name I can't pronounce, which will help buff up the armies over here. Right, you are going to need to double time it back to Nagash. And let us start reducing the taintedness of this region. Okay, right guys, actually let's have a look. You can be aggressive. You're going to be straight aggressive. We are going straight for here because I don't want the dwarfs to take it. For now I'm not going to bother, so we'll take here next turn and then we'll start sweeping down and around through the Skaven heartland. So I think we've pretty much dealt with the main Skaven issue now. Let's do my usual thing, try and get a confederation. Why do you not want to confederate with me, guys? Come on, it's glorious to confederate with me, your best ally. And these guys at war with these guys as well? Yes, they are. So let's set a war target here. I want these guys dealing with this place. So we've got war target set with all of these guys. Is there anybody else? Oh, yes.
Honor to your ancestors.
It's a reasonable one.
Yes.
We want to stay nice and friendly with those dwarfs.
You called?
Okay guys, and I am going to end turn here. I'm also going to stop recording here because we are at 35 minutes, so it's slightly longer than our usual session time, guys. Again, thank you very much for watching. It's been a good session this time. We've had a nice good battle. Hopefully things are going to keep going this way reasonably. I think I might have just charged at a settlement without replenishing, which might have been a bad idea against Skaven, because they are probably already building another large army. As always guys, I'm very new to this, so please feel free to offer any constructive feedback, guys. I am more than happy to have it. Thank you very much for watching.